Good morning, Sunny.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I am fine. Getting ready to go out and work in the yard in a little bit as soon as it
Oh,
gets enough to get out there.
aha. Got to
It
clean up some weeds or some
sticks and leaves.
leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
never ends.
Never ends. What you working on?
I had finished my sweater and had it all blocked, and I decided I wanted the sleeves a little bit longer.
Ah,
So I took it out and I had just a little bit left of the green. I didn't really have very much, but I had plenty.
okay. Well, good.
I just divided it in half and made them a little longer. What are you working on?
There you go. That O-band sweater.
That's so pretty. I'm surprised you're not wearing it today.
Well, I'm working on two things at once, so I
Yeah.
divide time between the two of them. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I finished the baby blanket. I don't know if I had that done when you were here.
oh, pretty.
I haven't blocked it yet, though.
Yeah,
Still got to do that.
amazing what a difference blocking makes.
It really is. It's incredible.
I once knit a sweater and I didn't block it and I assumed it didn't fit. So I gave it away. And if I would have blocked it, it would have fit.
Oh, geez. Yep. Lesson learned.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Couldn't get it back then, eh?
I don't know if my daughter in law still has it or not. I gave it, probably never even worn it because it's no longer my daughter in law.
Oh,
Oh, well.
good morning, Jean.
Good morning.
How's it going today?
Not too shabby. How about you?
No complaints. I'm just adding a little bit of length to my sleeves.
Okay.
I had it all blocked and done, and I'm like, no, I've got a little bit of yarn left over. I think I'd like the sleeves a little longer.
Wait, are you making long sleeves?
Yeah, I know. Don't tell anybody.
I won't. Just roll them up. Nobody will know. Just
I
put
don't
your-
mind. I don't mind making long sleeve things if it's a cardigan. It's pullovers that I just don't want to do long sleeves.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I like them. The longer, the better.
Yeah. What are
Roll
you
'em
working
up.
on? What are you working on, Jean?
I just pulled what is the name of this little
Oh, I
cowl?
got that too. I was thinking about doing that next.
I just haven't worked on it for a couple weeks, so
Okay. Is it enjoyable?
yes, it is for me. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Well, I'll tell you after putting it down for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Then you
Yeah.
got to acquaint yourself with the pattern.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. It's almost like starting over, but not in a fun way.
Right.
Good morning,
Hi,
Diane.
Diane.
Hello, how are you?
Good, you?
Good, thank you.
Good. I'm adding length to my sweater on the sleeves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had it all blocked and I'm like, oh, I think I'd like them a little bit longer. So I had a little tiny ball of green left, so I'm just adding a little bit of length.
How much yarn did you end up using for that?
How about when I cast this off, I'll weigh it.
Okay, but you did.
I think I used 2 full green ones and a little more than one of the purple.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
For
Perfect.
the whole sweater?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
But
Three
It's
three
fake.
skeins, a little over a little over 3 skeins of Malabrigo sock.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that t-shirt, that red and gray one, that was not even 2 full hanks of Malabrigo sock.
Yeah, but
And
that
it's
was
short
short
sleeve,
sleeves
so-
and
Yeah, it's short sleeve, so the long sleeve shouldn't definitely not take more than 4.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Jean, what are you working on before you get started again?
Oh, this is
Just
the
done. Oh,
let me look. Let me see if I can find the name of.
Gambit. It's Gambit, I think.
Yes,
Gambit.
Gambit.
Yeah.
It's a cowl.
Like
It's-
I'm
Nice.
in my office ready to start. Which colors are you using?
This was yarn I had picked out for a different cowl. This is a Queensland collection,
Pretty.
and this is a Barocco.
Oh, it looks great.
oh,
DK.
so
I
pretty.
don't. Might be a DK. I'm not sure.
Man,
Probably
those
is.
those are nice, but they're even more beautiful knit up together in that pattern.
I'm liking it. Yeah. The whole reason I started this was because I wanted to start a project and I didn't want to wind any yarn.
I love it.
Funny.
I'm terrible.
No, that's awesome.
And I finished the knitting on my inclinations cowl, but I don't have it blocked or sewed together yet or anything.
Okay. I finished my baby blanket, but I don't have it blocked yet either.
Oh, pretty though.
Very pretty.
Wow.
Very nice.
That took just not even 3 hanks at Cosette.
Jean, are you up to date on your gnome?
Yep, I just, as of about a half hour ago.
All right.
How about you?
I'm the clue that just came out, I haven't started yet.
It's pretty quick. It's just, making it smaller in short rows.
Okay.
So, but I don't typically block my gnome bodies, but I
Uh-huh.
think I'm going to with this one because of the color work.
Ah, I hadn't
Because I was usually I just let the stuffing block it, but I was playing with it a little bit and it looks like it might need a little extra. So
okay.
What are you going to put it on to block it? Is it round?
it
It's a
yeah,
it's a round body, right?
yes, but this one's bottom up. I'll grab it real quick. Because they're usually top down that you pick up stitches from around the hat. And this one started
Oh.
at the bottom and it's going that
Okay.
way.
Oh,
Okay.
So I don't know. I just think it'll block. I think it'll help pop those because my colors aren't real. They're kind of close together anyway.
It looks really pretty, but I'm just curious how you're going to block it when it's like shaped differently at the, like if you put a glass in it, the top part's skinnier than the bottom part.
My plan is to stuff it with like paper towels or paper.
Oh, okay.
Because
Block it
that'll
that
dry.
way.
I don't want to put stuffing in it because the stuffing won't let it dry. But if I do, paper towels loosely packed, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do.
Okay, cool.
So
Super cute.
Yeah.
yeah.
is it?
Anyhow, she does have a video on blocking. Maybe I should watch it.
Oh, she does. Okay. Yeah, I should watch it too. I have no idea.
Is it Grid Gambit? Is that it?
Yeah. Yes.
Charlene, do your thing.
Okay.
Perfect. Wait, next week, are you going to be coming to us from the tiny house, Diane?
No, he doesn't want to actually stay overnight until May,
Oh, okay.
but we're going up Wednesday
Okay.
to get all set up
I
for
don't blame you. The way the weather's been, huh?
exactly. But I'm going through closets and my spare bedroom, and I'm finding lots of things that are not needed in my house.
Okay.
Good for you.
I told Dale this morning, even though you haven't commented, I've been working on our walk-in closet so we can actually walk in. And I said, I'm looking at my clothes and I have nice t-shirts and like jacket type sweatshirt I've never had on.
Wow.
They're large and extra large. Am I ever going to be that size again? No, never ever. I wasn't really that size then, but that was the only size they had, so that's what Dale bought me.
Well, take them to a secondhand store and sell them.
Well, we're gonna have, it's a site sale at camp, so I thought those would be good there,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's perfect.
you
yeah.
know, so see what happens.
What are you selling at the site sale?
A lot of t-shirts and sweatshirt jacket type
Oh,
that have never had on my body,
oh, geez. Yeah, perfect.
so
Your pattern is in your library.
thank you.
It's $8.
Yes. But I'm also going through yarn, and I have a couple of bags of yarn. And as luck would have, we are coming up to the tiny house on Tuesday. So we're going to come in to see you on Tuesday.
Goody.
But what kind of the yarn for the charity? Do they take only full skeins? Do they take
Oh, no. Oh, no.
everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
You'll be
awesome.
free.
Yeah, they've got ladies even that will make blankets and they'll just, grab another little mini ball, grab another little mini ball and yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It came to me a couple weeks ago. I think
What did?
really fun in the fall to have, you know how they do trunk or treat for kids? A
Uh-huh.
yarn or treat, and have people just come to one spot with all their yarn that they, and maybe sell it, $1 a skein or something, and have people, wouldn't that be fun?
They do that. I've heard of places doing that. And actually the Black Sheep Fiber Weavers Arts Guild in they meet in Heartland. Their May meeting is a trunk sale.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep, they all park in like one area and then you just open your trunk or whatever and
I would love to do that. Let me know
yeah.
how to do that or how to get involved, because that would be really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to join the Black Sheep Guild.
Black Sheep Guild, huh?
Yeah, the one in Heartland. They're fiber arts. I know there's a Black Sheep Knitting Guild, I think in East Side somewhere. So,
Sweet.
Working on my through lines. I'm 20 and a half repeats in.
okay.
This has become like an obsession. I have other things that I want to do. No, I keep going back to this.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it out.
I want to get you pinned.
Angling. There you go. There we go.
Ooh, it looks great.
It does.
Love
Very
it.
nice.
I love the colors. And this matches, ooh, which one is it?
That vest?
No, it's one of my sweaters.
Sweater?
Can't remember which one. But anyway, it
Well,
could
it's looking great.
thank you.
Love it.
What I'm going to do is I'm a little concerned about how much
You have left?
I have here. So I know I have a pattern that shows like using the A, B, C, oops, like that, and then
Okay.
going A, B, C on the other half. It's just very subtle with the B and C.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that because I really, and I know it's Acadia and I know you don't have that color anymore.
I don't have that yarn anymore.
That too.
Well, except in my stash.
Do you have this color, miss?
No. Good morning, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
You're muted.
Good morning.
She's eating, that's why she muted.
How's everybody today?
Great.
Good.
How about you?
Good.
Good.
I left my pattern downstairs. I shall return.
All righty.
What are you working on, Sonny?
I'm working on the old band. Well, I worked on my other sweater this morning and now I'm working on this one, the old band.
Okay, pretty.
Well, I told her I was surprised she wasn't wearing it, but that's because she's working on 2 projects right now.
Yeah, actually,
Yep.
What's the other one you're working on, Sonny?
it's. I'll go grab it real quick.
We do a lot of running around in these videos, don't we?
Yep.
Get my steps in.
That's right. Oh, man.
When is your next trip, Charlene?
Well, the quilting one is the beginning of May. That's up north.
Okay,
And then the World War II tour is the end of June.
okay. So the quilting one, you'll be gone for a bit.
Yeah, like a week.
Nice.
So that's the beginning of May. So we'll miss. Well, I can set up a meeting if you guys want to meet.
Oh, no, either, it's whatever works fine is fine, but so is it like you try to make a quilt in a week? Is it that kind of thing? Or is it just
It's just you just bring whatever you want and you work on whatever. Some people finish more than one quilt.
wow.
Yeah, it just depends on how hard they are, I'm sure.
It's
Oh, hold on, Sonny. I want to pin you.
it's called the seagrass tank.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, it's got a little design on the side.
Yeah, and it goes all the way down. And then
Nice.
it's a really cute tank top or t-shirt. You do a folded
cap.
over edge after the lace.
So there's not like a sleeve.
No,
Okay. Very nice. Oh yeah, so May 3rd and May 10th I might not be around. May 10th is my niece's, I don't know if it's graduation or pinning ceremony from Baker. So my sister, actually, she hasn't told me yet, but she thinks that she doesn't know if they have like extra tickets or how many they get. She hasn't found out from, but if I can go, she wants us to go. So
Well, that would be nice.
That'd be nice.
yeah.
so yeah, we'll definitely go if we can. So then and then we leave on June 22nd for the World War II tour.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna miss Roy and Fawn.
Dang it. Maybe
Uh,
another opening will come up and you can get into it. Let me look and see if it says anything. Nope, 0 spots.
0 spots.
0 spots. Oh. They're pretty fun,
Yes, they are.
but you'll see them in Spain.
I will.
Then we got to get all you guys signed up for South Africa.
I just started reading a book that's set in New Zealand, Charlene.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's,
Cool.
it's another one of my cozy mysteries. I'm only a few chapters in, so
Okay.
I don't know if I should recommend it or not, but
Okay.
Who's the author?
um let me check.
And more steps.
Just trying to help out with those steps.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called A New Zealand Cozy Read.
Oh, wow.
Country gardening.
Huh.
Naomi Kutner, The Retired Assassin's Guide to Country Gardening.
Put those bodies in, they fertilize.
Exactly.
I don't know how you get all that knitting done, and read and, I mean, I have to listen to books or I never get to it.
Yeah, I just, I usually just one or the other,
Yeah.
That's me too.
or buy yarn, that's the third thing.
How's Carolyn doing?
Oh, I haven't heard from her too much. She did take her father-in-law for his 99th birthday to the ice cream store where they give you your percentage off of your birthday.
Yeah.
So he had to pay 6 cents. And I guess they pay you once you hit over 100.
2 more years.
Yeah.
Wow, he's amazing. I didn't realize he was quite that old.
Yeah, and he looks great. The picture she sent, she's like, this is what 99 looks like. I'm like, wow, he really looks great. Of course, he's just sitting there. But
Yeah, but him and the mother-in-law were living on their own, right?
yes, yeah, but they have quite a bit of help, I think, I mean, especially since Carolyn's been going up there. She's basically been living there for 2 months.
Well, yeah, but that's because of the cancer. But
Right.
before that,
Yeah, they they have a lot of family.
okay.
Is what, 6 siblings?
I think so. And some of them are out of state and stuff. And you're right, Mary. I mean, they were definitely living on their own.
I just think that's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna be like him minus the cancer.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like, my dad is 88 and
Really?
he's got his license and he can drive, but I would rather he didn't.
I drove with a friend of mine yesterday, and I wish I wouldn't.
You wish you
She-
wouldn't drive. You wish you wouldn't drive?
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't. She's like this, and she's talking, and she's not. Her head is not moving. None of her body is moving.
Oh, geez.
And I'm looking over, and we're going down the Telegraph. 45 is the speed limit. She's doing 36.
Oh, boy.
And I think she got up to 38 at one time. And then somebody was beeping. She said, I don't know why he's beeping at me.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
She's in the right lane, but ...
Oh, it's gonna be us.
No. It's gonna
No?
be Dale. Mister doesn't go off over the speed limit, not even by, I
Oh,
caught him,
wow.
he was doing, I think it was 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. I was like, oh my gosh.
What was the name of the sweater that was a cardigan? I think you guys did it before this one.
The one that they're working on right now is
Yeah.
called Komodo.
Kobodo.
Spell that for me.
Hey, you notice I'm working on it.
C-O
K is K, isn't it? Oh, no, you're right, it's C.
Comodo.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right.
Kobodo's the lizard, right? With a K.
I
That's
don't
why I
know.
get,
Yes,
that's why I keep getting
yes.
mixed up.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to make a list of all the sweaters that I have the yarn for.
Was
Oh,
that one?
boy.
of-
Where'd
That's
you
one of
find
them,
that
yeah.
big enough piece of paper?
Well, I have quite a few, but I couldn't remember the name of that. I knew I had that, but I couldn't remember what the name of it was.
That's the one I just sold.
Yeah, I know it. I don't know why you sold it.
Cause she could.
Should just make another. Will you make the same color again?
No, not same color. If I make it again, it'll be a different color, I imagine.
Use the
'Cause I
same
don't,
yarn?
I don't have that. I don't have that linen anymore. That
Ah.
color. I have other colors.
Yeah, you had a real pretty color up at the sale recently. That would have another bluish color.
I do have a bag of that.
Just happen to have a bag of that.
This is my leftover green from my sleeve. So I have two of these. That's what I had left.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna have to message people and see if anybody has any lettuce in Malabrigo sock yarn.
I
Well,
love this color of Malabrigo. I think I have it in almost every weight.
Yeah. And lettuce?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good color. Well, I'd had to raid your stash. Last Sunday, Randy took me to Haberman's in, I think it's Clawson. So it was a little ways away, but wow, did they have an awesome button selection.
Really?
Yeah. I've never seen a better collection anywhere.
Interesting.
Is it just a button store?
No, nope, it's like clothing fabric, not quilting fabric, it's clothing fabric.
What's it called?
Haberman's.
Spelled like it
Yep,
sounds.
Habermans, Haberman's.
Huh.
Yeah, on the way out there, I'm like, oh, honey, I heard about this place and I want to see if I can find some buttons for my cardigan, and we're driving out there and I'm like, yeah, I'll try to stay away from cardigans because there's a long ways to go for buttons. And we got there and I'm like, I'm really sorry for your bad luck, Randy, but if I ever need buttons, I'm gonna have to come here. Oh.
You found some good ones, huh?
Oh my gosh, they had just so much. It was awesome. Oh, and if you do go there,
Uh-oh.
so they have kind of like a little display counter sort of, and there's some stuff in there. And then behind that, there's like two walls that have the button tubes. And then there's two long shelves that they have long boxes in. They have buttons, and in the front of the boxes is the button. So I started looking over there, and then Randy, went behind and was looking at the tubes, and he found some over there that were perfect. And I got them out, and we put the tube. Well, no, we put the box back, so I didn't want those. And I figured, well, I'll just take the tube with me to the counter so they know how much they are. So we're getting ready to go back to where we pay for the counter. And I look down and there's a little thing about this big, a little sign on that counter back there that says, ask for assistance with the buttons.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot. So I go to the counter with my tube, and she's waiting on another lady, and she gets to me and I'm like, well, the first thing I'd like to do is apologize. I'm sorry, I didn't see that little sign. She goes, oh, that doesn't matter. We got to get that off of there. No, you just ignore that. That doesn't matter. I'm like, oh my gosh. So if you go, you can go get yourself some buttons. You don't have to worry about help.
Okay.
I felt so bad. I was just so excited to look at buttons.
Right.
Stretch and fold time. Got a warm loaf of sourdough here. It's got
Oh,
everything bagel seasoning on it.
Ooh,
ooh, yum.
and I really wish there was scratch and sniff pictures on Instagram and
No
Facebook.
doubt. That'd be great.
It would sell a lot of bread too.
Yeah, right. Oh. Okay, be right back.
Oh, she's probably gonna show the bread.
Right?
Oh, yep, she brought it down, of course. I didn't.
Mm.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that to us.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Had to do it.
Can we order one?
You can come get it right now.
No, I mean for Tuesday.
Oh, sure. So
I
let's
would
see.
like one of those cheesy ones that you do.
Oh yeah, I don't have the stuff for that.
Well, of course.
I can do the plain or I can do the bagel.
Mm, probably the bagel.
Bagel seasoning. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Let's see, what is today? Saturday. Okay.
Oh, Carolyn's coming. Yay.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Are you sure it's a good morning?
I've been trying to get on since 10.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good morning. I hope
Compared
that
to,
doesn't mean Wi-Fi trouble.
No. Every time I turned around, it was something new was happening, and it's like, okay.
Oh boy.
So, how's everybody?
Well, the real question is, how are you?
A little crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. I
how'd the
came home.
procedure-
Yeah, I came home Wednesday, and it's been nonstop ever since. And I go back, I think Tuesday night,
Oh,
Oh,
Tuesday
you are
afternoon.
home.
Yeah, just
Oh,
briefly.
yeah.
Just briefly, but it's been a bit overwhelming and nonstop. So
Oh.
since I got home,
That's not supposed to happen.
no, but I do have a really funny story, and I had to come downstairs to get online because I didn't want my husband to hear this. Well, before I left last time, I knew he was talking about painting the master bedroom,
Uh-oh.
and so before I left, I pulled cleaned everything so he could move the furniture around, and but I said, what about my closet? Because he had painted his closet a while ago. I said, I can pull everything out of there before I go, but I just need to know. He's like, no, I'm not going to get to the closets. And I'm like, your closet. He goes, just the bedroom is going to be enough. I'm like, okay. Number one, I should have known better, but and then I left with the power outage, and didn't think about it after that. So get home, and I'm curious to see the paint, because I did pick out the color before I left, so it was the color I wanted. I walk in there and I look on the floor, and I realize he had redone the carpet too, at the same time that he painted the ceiling, he painted all the trim, he painted the walls, and he had the carpet redone. And my first thought was the closet because I had stuffed a lot of stuff in the closet, and
Uh-oh.
including he goes, you have a problem. And I'm like, really? I do? I go, what? He goes, you have a lot of yarn.
Oh, no.
He thinks he discovered my full complete yarn stash.
Foolish man.
He has no idea. He has no idea.
Oh, that is a riot.
That's not even this much of it, you know. But he thinks he's discovered my full complete yarn stash. He goes, it took me like 80 trips to get, because he pulled everything off my closet floor. Which I had a lot of stuff already in tubs, because he was talking about insulating in the attic, and the way to get into the attic is through my closet. So I've already emptied my closet a couple times.
Thank God.
You know, sorted through, you know, clothes that I got rid of and all this stuff a year or two ago. So I had some stuff already. He goes, yeah, the tubs were easy, but you had a lot of loose bags and stuff, you know, probably few, you know, Facebook sales stuff that was I had, and you know,
Right.
but you know, I just went, oh, I said, well, I have projects in mind for all of those. I just have to have the time to do them, you know. And you know, this will last me forever, and you know, type of thing. And but he goes, yeah, it took me like 80 trips to get it all upstairs into John's room, you know, so I could do the, you know, so they could come in and do the carpet. And
you're like, oh, so I helped you out with your exercising that week.
but it was just so funny because he thinks he's found my complete yarn stash. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, not even close, not even close, not even close.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, I can't find anything because of how he just kind of put it in, you know, upstairs in our son's old room. And I'm like, because even, you know, Wednesday night I got in and I immediately started in, you know, helping him get his prep ready and, you know, get him sorted, and then dealing with 1,000 other things as soon as I got back. I'm getting ready to go to bed going, I don't know where some of my clean clothes are. So, I was like, okay, well, I'll just wash some things real quick so I can go to bed.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, yeah, okay. But yeah, it's been an adventure. It's been nonstop since I got home. Just trying to.
Do you like the carpeting he picked out?
Yes, I do. I do. It's very nice. The room looks great. He did a great job painting the ceiling, the wall color. I was nervous because I picked it quickly, because that was the day before I was leaving to go back up, and I was like, okay, you know, then, you know, as soon as I get it, and I got it in the car, and I've got 3 gallons, and I'm like, oh, did I make a right choice? I'm like, oh, well, it is what it is. I'm, you know, not like I can change it. It's going up on the walls at some point while I'm gone. And but I really like it. But yeah, so you know, it's a whole new thing, but it was a nice surprise. The carpet was a nice surprise, because we've talked about it. It was original carpet. That was like the last room that had not been painted, so it had original the cheap thin carpenter's paint on it. But it's also the room that everything got shoved into, you know, when company comes. But he was also partially thinking, because he goes, if we have to bring either mom or dad back, you know, it's a first floor master with a bathroom attached. So,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
so he wanted to make it, you know, make it nice. So now we're sorting through his closet, and, you know, he's like, yeah, let's sort, you know, I want to sort through this. I want to do this. I want to do this. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
knows that?
Overwhelming.
yeah, it's very overwhelming. It's like, plus all just the normal stuff I have to do, you know.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
That's a lot to think about when you're dealing with all of that up north too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, we're still, you know, my sister-in-law's up there with them right now. She put her dogs in the kennel, and so she could stay with them, so I could come home and for a few days. And she's been texting me because, you know, and so it's like trying to keep up with that. And then my daughter texts me, and she's like, last night late, she's like, Gabby and I are gonna come up tomorrow morning. So they're in Findlay, Ohio right now on their way here. Haven't seen her since New Year's, like January 2nd.
Oh.
And since I was home, she wanted to come up and, see me. And
That's
uh,
nice.
so, plus it's my son's birthday tomorrow. So
Wow.
it'll be nice to, have both my kids together. And so we're either going to do brunch or lunch or something tomorrow, or maybe tonight, do dinner. I don't know. We'll get together at some point and do something. So I will get to see both of my kids, which will be nice.
Yeah.
Do you just have the two?
I just have two.
I have two also.
Two plus, there's plus my son and daughter-in-law.
Right.
Or so I have my 4 kids total. So I'll get to see 3 out of the 4, which is nice. But I still
Oh, but
chuckle.
it's a lot I don't think other people are realizing how much that is for you, It's
Yeah.
like you're living double lives right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
What you really just want to do is kick back and relax, right? But it's good to see everybody.
Yeah. Well, and it's just even, seeing the kid, Katie will be a big help while she's here. Plus she's got, she's like, yeah, I got a little bit of work to do. And I'm like, that's fine, but she'll help me out with some stuff, and which would be good to have somebody to help. And
Yeah.
but it's a bit overwhelming.
If
and
you're
it's a
like
lot.
me, you pay all the bills and you'll do laundry and you'll do all those things too while you're home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the dishes, John's been keeping up on the dishes. He doesn't know, but he's real good about the stuff he doesn't know where it goes. He just leaves on the counter for me. He goes, this stuff is clean. I just don't know where it goes. I'm like, that's fine. It's clean. That's,
Yeah, that helps.
He did say this time, yesterday, he goes, before you leave, I need you to show me how to use the washing machine.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a new one. So, he hasn't
Yeah.
had experience with it yet. I'm like, okay, I'll show you how. So I'm playing catch up on, laundry and
Everything.
Well,
yeah,
teach him how to do it now
yeah,
so that he can start doing
Practice
it
on
while you're
some of the
still.
stuff that's there to be done right now.
yeah. So it's an adventure. But go back up for Mom's birthday next Sunday, and
It'll be
So you're
93.
home for the week?
no, I'm home until either Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning.
Oh, that's not long.
No.
Just barely a week at home.
Mm-hmm.
Something's better than nothing. Get to sleep in your own bed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
own pillow.
Yeah, well, I've been taking my pillow with, so
I don't blame you.
taking that with. But yeah, and last time, I packed way too much because, some of the stuff I just threw together in the morning in the dark, and I wasn't quite sure what I was taking with. So I just threw stuff in.
Well, and you got to make sure you get, the updated knitting projects. Like, what yarn
Yep.
do you need?
Yeah. I got to get a set of needles. That's what I need, is the needles, because I was like, I need my needles so I had the yarn to start Delta. I
Oh,
just didn't have the right needles, but I'm like, okay, well, I just got to keep working on what I'm working on.
How's it coming?
you make a list.
Well, it's still the same spot it was last Saturday, so it's
Yeah.
not coming very fast. This last week was a bit stressful, but
Yeah.
well,
You didn't lose power up north, did you?
no, we were very, very fortunate.
Yes.
We were just, I would say, 20 miles south 20, maybe 30 miles south of, south and west of areas that got hit.
Okay.
I mean, it's still bad.
Yeah, there's still people without power.
Yeah. Well, they said Gaylord is having to rebuild their whole complete power structure.
Wow.
That's where my brother-in-law lives.
Yeah, they said they replaced already over 800 poles, and
Oh my God.
they've got another 1,200 to replace.
Wow. I wonder how many people's pipes are frozen.
Yeah. They said it was like a Cat 5 hurricane came through and sat on them for 3 days.
Oh,
It said it was like a hurricane strength that came through and just sat on them for like 3 days, and it has done Category 5 hurricane damage up there.
that is so crazy.
But some of the positive stories that have come out have just been amazing.
People helping people.
People helping out when the kids were out of school for an extra week. So they're going and putting together snack bags for the line workers and, food,
Oh.
care packages, bags to send out to the line workers, and restaurants stepping up and feeding people, and Myers has stepped up and, giving away water and, snacks, for the rescue workers, the line workers, the warming stations, anybody that had heat was opening up and said, if you need to come here and, go to the bathroom and get a drink and charge your device.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the storm part of it, but we didn't have the ice and the power issues. And I had driving to and from the hospital that day for Dad's last treatment. I was like, oh my gosh, just get us there and back.
Well, I know even here, just Monday, there was a brief, it was rain, it was some sort of ice, sleet, snow. Ryan was in for his treatment, I was in the car, and it fell so much I couldn't even hardly see. And he had been really cold that day, and I thought, oh my gosh, I want to get up so he doesn't have to walk out in this.
Yeah.
It was just, I thought, oh, am I going to have to drive home in this? But then it quit.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Well, and I apologize for bringing the snow back with me. Because it's like, yeah, of course, Thursday morning we wake up and there's snow. But it just seems like it won't stop up there. The last couple we've had haven't lasted long, but it still snows.
Yeah. This is the longest winter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been the longest one in a long time.
Yep.
And then my daughter's been inundated with rain down in Cincinnati, and I'm like, yeah, well, we're still getting snow up here. So. Oops. Forgot what I was doing for a second. I think I did that wrong on this end. Yep, I did. I'm not going back. It's going to have a yarn over increase and not a make one right.
Oh, heavens, you'll never see it.
Yeah, it's going to be under the arm. If anybody's looking under there for it, they're way too close.
Yeah.
Yep. They're way too close. I just really want to divide for the sleeves on this.
Well, our pharmacist called and he said they're recommending that immunocompromised people get COVID shot every 6 months. And I have 1 shot left. Does Ron want it? And so I asked him, because we're going to Iowa on Monday. And
Mhm.
this was earlier in the week. I think this was Wednesday or Thursday. And so he said, yes, I do want it. Because we also have a family wedding coming up here in mid-May. So he's thinking, well, it'd probably be a good idea. So, okay. So always before, these shots have not hardly affected him at all.
Oh, this,
Me, I felt sick and I felt feverish and I, stayed in bed for a day or so and, that kind of thing. Well, this time he got hit like a ton of bricks. He hurt so bad, and which I'm
oh,
thinking that means his immune system is better than it was before.
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I said, oh yeah. So we had one night of moaning and like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so maybe his immune system is working a little bit better. And he had the shot on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. He's still not feeling great.
Yeah.
Do you
We
think it was,
leave on,
do you think it was part of the reason because it was so close? Where it was a year apart before, now it's only 6 months that it reacted
no,
on?
'cause we had some other ones that were closer than a year. Because when Megan got married, we got an extra shot in there too.
Of COVID?
Uh-huh. COVID
Oh,
shot.
okay.
Yep. We had an extra COVID shot. Both of us did. And then he also had the antibody. There was I think it was 2 shots. And it was like a preventative antibody thing for, I can't remember what it's called now, but
The
they watched
RSV?
me for an hour. No, it wasn't
RSV?
RSV. It was still for COVID.
Okay. Okay. Don't
So
know.
he had all of that before her wedding in, let me think which year that was. I think that would have been 22. See, she got married. She had 3 weddings, so I get all confused about when they were. Which one is which? What year did she really got married in 21 in a courthouse, but the big party was in 22. Yeah, so he's been, yeah, just in bed for a couple days. And then our son, he's in the last 2 weeks, he's had that really bad flu. And he's had a kidney stone. And he pulled a muscle. And then what day was it? Earlier this week, I can't think what day, he had some jaw pain. So he went to the dentist and they pulled his wisdom tooth right then. It
Oh,
was
wow.
infected and hitting another tooth. And he said, wait, I got a concert tonight. Luckily it was on the piano that he was playing and conducting. I got to be able to do that. And they said, oh, you'll be able to do it. I'm like, oh, Lord. I think that was Tuesday that all that was happening. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. When it
Poor
rains, it
thing.
pours.
So I hope he starts feeling better now. Today he's at solo ensemble for vocal.
Oh boy.
He's playing the piano. Ran into his accompanist she lives in the Flint area, but I don't know where they're at exactly, but he was glad to see her, I think. Because when he was playing in his upper high school years, we had a hard time finding someone that was able to play the
Yeah.
piano parts because they were hard, very hard.
Yeah.
And so she said to him today, yeah, I've sworn off saxophone solos. They're really, really hard. They're usually orchestra parts, and they've rewritten
Yeah.
it piano and it's ridiculous hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people he's accompanying today, but
Busy time of year.
oh boy, you're not kidding. And he got himself into maybe just a couple too many things, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep, easy to do.
Oh yeah. And he loves it, you know. But when you're sick, it's really hard.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, and then in the middle of all that, he had agreed to go to CMU and do a presentation on how to write music in Braille. So he was doing that too. I'm like, oh man.
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah, that's what he did last Saturday.
How's your gnome coming, Jean?
Good. I just finished the most recent clue this morning, so
Ooh.
most of the body is done. I need to block it, but I think we've got like 4 days till the next clue, so.
Yeah, I've got everything all printed out.
Yeah, the first bit is all those little pieces, the first
Yeah.
8 mystery pieces. But she calls them mystery pieces, but you'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wish I had my yarn with me because doing just something little and getting it done,
Yep,
you know,
yep.
would have been so satisfying. Okay, I got that done. I can cross it off. And I still have a baby sweater that has a sleeve that the cuffs are done. I have one sleeve and I have to bind off the other sleeve. I have one sleeve to make and, you know, bind off the other sleeve and the sweater's done. It's like, okay, I need to just bind off that sleeve, start the other one. And it's a 4-inch sleeve and a half-inch cuff. It's like 4.5 inches. I need to just do it and get it done.
Must be you don't need the needles for anything.
Yeah. Well, I always need extra needles.
I
Did you
think
find
should have-
buttons? Charlene, did you find buttons? Is that what you're sewing on?
Yes, you missed earlier. I was telling him Randy took me to Haberman's. It's in Clawson, I think.
Okay.
Very best button selection I've ever seen.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was extremely impressed. Yeah, they're just little square.
Ooh, those are pretty.
Yeah, they match the purple pretty much. It's on here. And I thought the square was good with the stripes.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Plus they're light because there's 9 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to find 9 buttons that were the right color and the right size and they were
Yeah.
light, I'm like, oh, this place is great.
Well, and Nicola uses those chef buttons that she's talked about that just kind of pop in. You don't sew them in.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're called like chef coat buttons. So
Okay.
she uses those a lot. So she doesn't have to worry about going to find buttons.
That's nice. But then what about the color?
Yeah. That's the thing too. I think,
I really wanted the purple because the band is green.
yeah.
I didn't want like wood or something.
I just want to start mine.
Yeah. Well, I need to start a Komodo again.
Yep. What color and what
I don't
yarn are
know.
you gonna use?
I think I'll use the linen again. I really liked it in the linen
Yeah.
because I don't have enough mink. They have to buy it from Jean or something.
I don't know, you had that orange and that red.
Yeah, the red, there's only 4 left.
Oh,
Yeah. I think I have some gray. But no, I think I want the linen.
Where every time I was working on this, I'm like, my nephew's getting married in June on a Sunday evening. And I'm like, this might be nice to have
Uh-huh.
if I can ever get it done.
Ha
I've got a black short sleeve dress I could wear, a simple dress I could wear underneath it. And I just need to get it done.
Right. It's kind of hard with all you got going on.
Yeah.
I love the picture, the birthday picture.
Yeah, he had a great day. He really had a great day on his birthday. I think it felt normal.
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
You know, and we went to church that morning and he was celebrated and,
Yeah. He
you
looked
know,
great.
yeah. And, I weighed him that morning and he gained 3 pounds. So I felt really good about that. And, um, like I said, do you want to go to church? And he's thought about it. He goes, yeah. I said, okay. So I threw on my pants, he changed pants, and away we went. And that felt normal to him.
Right.
Plus everybody was, celebrating him. And
Uh-huh.
then we went for ice cream and we went because a couple times coming back from treatments, he goes, that's one thing I do. He goes, that's one thing I do miss is being able to go into a restaurant to eat.
Oh.
And so we went into Moomers, we sat at a table, and and he was eating in a restaurant at a table, and everybody's wishing him happy birthday, and
Oh.
he got a scoop and a half of ice cream, and he goes, well, I'll finish the rest at home, I'll take the rest home. I'm like, okay. But we get in the car, I'm like, do you want to go straight home or do you want to take the scenic route home? He thought for a second, he goes, scenic route. I go, okay, well, you have to tell me which way to go then. So he just said, turn right, turn left. Okay. Yeah, I think oh, yep, this is it. Turn here. Turn here, turn here. So we ended up, all the way up in Leland and then turned around there, went over to Sutton's Bay, then ended up back home. And while we were driving, he finished his ice cream,
Ha 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 ha.
and it was just a really good day, Played a lot of Skippo in the evenings, which, is a way to make the time go by
Yeah.
when he was up to it, because otherwise he sits and watches the clock till 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Because, 8:30, he turns on their electric blankets and kind of starts, his nighttime routine of closing the house up and, changing the thermostat and filling her water bottle and this and that. But he won't go to bed till 9.
Ha ha ha.
Unless he's really super tired. Usually he won't go to bed till 9. But they were both very cute when I left. They're like, you're coming back, right? You're not gonna be gone long, right?
Well, I guess at 99 you can be set in your ways, right?
Yes. He can do whatever he wants. I know Mom keeps saying he's very bossy with you. I go, he can direct me and tell me what to do anytime. Because he'll look at me and say, okay, well, today's garbage day, so we've got to get the garbage out. So, that means you got to take the garbage to the curb. I'm like, yep, but
That's what my mom always does.
I'm like, yep, but that means you got to get the trash out of the bathrooms. He's like, oh yeah, that's my job. And I said, yep, you do that while I get my coat on.
Nice.
So we make a good team. Yeah, we make a good team. He told me he'd have a list for me when I got back. I said, okay.
Carolyn wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope. For him, I'll do anything.
Right.
The day before his birthday, I think he was kind of a little bit down in the dumps and, talking about how he's had a good life and, this and that. And even though he's making it to 99, it's been good, kind of not exactly, this is it, but just wasn't perky. But then, on his birthday, everything was much more upbeat. And, at Moomers, he's like, yep, I'll be back next year when I turn 100. So, they're like, well, you'll get
I
it
love it.
free. He goes, yep, and my license is good to 101. I'll be back then. So
Then you'll
On
get
his-
paid.
yep, on his birthday, he was really talking about, next year and plans for next year and the year after. And so,
Wow.
that was, I felt better hearing him make plans.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, his ice cream was 6 cents this year. And the lady behind us said, put that on my tab. That's what she We didn't ask.
Oh,
I love it.
we didn't even have to pay.
I love it.
it's cute.
And when they give you a birthday crown, and he actually wore it the whole way, the whole time he was in the ice cream place and getting to the car. And so people, as they were going past our table, are wishing him happy birthday and asking him how old, and they're like, wow, you don't look 99. We're like, nope, he doesn't act 99 either.
Right.
Wow.
I know, though, when we took him to the emergency room and they took us into triage, they're seeing, he walked in and I walked in behind him, and then they're looking out the door like, well, where's the 99-year-old?
Where's the old guy?
Where's the, they're expecting him to be, wheeled in or whatever, or a walker. And he just walks in and, hops on the table. They're
We
like,
can only hope, right?
yeah, they're like, is he the patient? And I said, yep. And they're like, wow, we were expecting someone. He looks great. He does not look 99. I'm like, yep, but he is. How many more days to the tiny house, Diane?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 3.
Woo! Yay.
We're going to go up Tuesday after all and get our card and all that hoo-ha stuff. And then go see Charlene, pick up my bread. Oh yeah, my other knitting stuff.
My bread. Oh, and the knitting stuff.
Yeah.
The lady that just got my bread on Thursday just got my bread again.
Today?
Yeah.
How nice.
Yeah, she I think she shared it at work, the first one. That's why she's like, I need one to take home.
Ah,
Yeah, if I had known early enough, with enough time, I would have tried to make a loaf tomorrow for Katie to take back with her.
Right.
Because my son-in-law just loves it. And I had sent a half a loaf back with her like in the fall, because she liked it, and Ian ate all of it. So I was like, well, but she let me know, like, I was, already in bed, just reading on the phone, and she called and she said, yeah, I feel good and I'm packing. And so I'm like, okay.
Has she been sick?
No, but Fridays are really long at work. And she
Oh,
just wasn't sure if she was going to like physically feel up to, getting in the car and driving 4 hours.
right, right.
Um, she's with a new team, and instead of having everybody on either Denmark time or her time, she's dealing with West Coast time. So,
Oh,
she's
later.
she's ready to quit at 5:30, and they're still going. They're like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
well, can you change this for us? We need this done today. And, she's like, it's quitting time here. We need to start doing this a little bit sooner.
What did you say her profession was?
She's HR, organizational development.
Okay.
Actually got a row done. Saturdays seem to be the days I get a row or two done.
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. Just a
Yep.
couple more, and I'm dividing for the sleeves.
Sonny have to go work out in the yard?
She didn't say, she just dropped off.
Okay, she said when she was on first, actually, before I was even on, and she said she was gonna go work in the yard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's amazing that just the difference, 4 hour, a couple 100 miles
Right,
north.
yeah, a lot greener.
Yeah,
Oh,
about
it's come up 15 degrees since I've been on, I think. I
about
think it was like 30 and now it's 45 here.
about
Wow.
halfway till I got to about Alpena, or not Alpena, Saginaw Bay City area. It was still brown and there was still snow and on the side of the roads and in fields, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and it's slightly greener, and
Right.
I get here and my irises are popping up, the daylilies are popping up. It's like nothing's popping up north. Everything just kind of got unburied.
Yeah, not today. I just happened to be on Facebook with her, give them a picture at the same time.
same shirts and coats and blankets and everything, no makeup.
It's just as beautiful as ever.
I agree. So the one guy, they ate it all. Anyway, this one man, for Johnny, he's a, this is the best. Well, so I'm gonna- that's what- it was very nice because his wife is a terrific cook. And she is an awesome cook. He's Italian. And oh, that was a really pat yourself on the back.
Sweet, how sweet. Well,
Yes.
this one, I only did one cut. The other one, you gotta have two cuts, so let me know if it seems any different.
What do you mean two cuts and one cut?
Before I put it in the oven, I
Yeah.
just slit one slit on it. Here, okay, I can show you really easy in the photos.
Oh, okay,
This was last,
okay,
first one.
yeah, okay. Well, what do the cuts do? I mean, what's the
See,
purpose
like,
of the cuts?
This cut, when I put it in the oven, this side was attached to that side. That's how
Oh,
much it
okay.
opened up in the oven.
wow,
That's
yeah,
why there's no seasoning
Yeah,
on that,
yeah.
because it,
okay.
we call it oven
Oh.
spring.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm going to Walmart to buy a pot.
Oh, it's just,
Yeah.
it's white, oh, that's
Yeah.
all. A lot of dirt on the floor. It's just
Okay.
white, and
Okay,
works great. I
Yeah.
love it.
okay.
I'm fine.
I'm excited. Sorry, I had to, that's my husband that. But today he'll be over there.
Oh, you didn't assume that there was none. But none for you.
Yeah.
Good, yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, Katie decided to come 275. Okay.
You got the,
I can
Life-
track her.
yeah, I got one of those for the kids too. We put it on when we were gonna be in California, cause we're older, you never
Yeah.
know. And I said, this way, if for some reason you don't hear from us, at least you might have an idea where we are.
Yeah. Everybody can track me for some reason. I can
Oh.
only track Katie. But husband, son, and daughter can all track me.
Well, I don't mind it because if for some reason I'm just not showing up where I should be,
Exactly.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
I do, I play in this band on Tuesday nights. And it's not like we get out late, but I have to drive. There's the freeway that I used to take is all torn up right now. So I end up driving down this other road that's just not the best area. And so, yeah, I don't mind somebody knowing where I am.
Yeah.
What kind of music?
Jazz,
And what do you play?
saxophone.
Oh,
There's a big
very,
concert
very
in 2
cool.
weeks.
I want to
Yeah,
hear.
there's a big concert in 2 weeks, on the 22nd at 7:00. They're featuring Dave Bennett, who's a clarinetist,
Oh.
and we're playing all kinds of stuff. We're playing Rhapsody in Blue, and he's doing that clarinet part. We're playing a Mozart piece that goes back and forth between jazz and classical. There's some really hard stuff. But yeah, it's fun. A lot of the people in there some of the people are either retired or band directors right now, or adults that have played music all their lives. And then there's a few students, but it's a lot of fun.
And where's it
Very
at?
cool.
It's in Flint at the Mott Memorial Building on Mott Community College's campus. I think that's the only really auditorium there. So
Okay.
it's Mott Memorial Building Auditorium.
Is it going to be on YouTube?
I don't know.
Somebody needs
I
to
don't
record
know.
it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it would be. I really don't know. I don't know if anybody,
Need
I
to
don't know
look-
if anybody reports it, and I don't know what the legalities of it are.
have a
Yeah,
live. They need to have a
Huh?
they need to have a live stream.
Live stream on Facebook.
that would be nice. I won't be there for Tuesday's rehearsal, which I wish I could be, but we'll be in Iowa for the last rehearsal. But we rehearsed with Dave last week. And yeah, wow. They've got some work to do next week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yep. It's hard. Some of the stuff is really hard. I can't believe what he programmed for us this time. So we'll see how it goes. It could be really good or it could be not. Well, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I think you need to do that saxophone part in the Foreigner song called Urgent.
Oh,
I saw that in concert. It made me want to play the saxophone.
well, I've played in this group quite a while and I was out when Ron was sick. And then during COVID, I stayed out for a while
Uh-huh.
because I couldn't risk being around, you know, that is like a germ cesspool when you're blowing germs out, you know.
Sure.
The only thing worse is singing, right?
Right.
So I stayed out for a while. And when I came back, the part I used to have, the other people had done. So I wasn't going to come in and say, well, you know. So they put me on tenor, which I actually like, except it's heavy.
Oh, okay.
He's like, do you have a tenor? And I said, well, if I don't have one, I can probably get one. So yeah, it's been fun.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I do like tenor. The parts are a lot of harmonizing parts, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been fun.
That's my biggest regret is I never learned an instrument.
It's not too late.
Ah,
It's not.
I don't know about that.
It's not too late.
That was some of my son-in-law's lessons, video lessons that he did during COVID.
Yeah.
Were some, older people that wanted
Yeah.
to learn. Wanted to learn clarinet.
Yep. I used to teach at Marshall Music in Lansing before I
Yeah.
had children. So I had a full-time teaching job in a school, and then I went down there at night and I taught about 3 nights a week.
Okay.
And I had adults.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
old
yeah.
Marshall Music.
Yep. I had a studio down there. They had quite a studio with several rooms.
Yeah.
I hated dropping that job, but I knew I couldn't do all that, you know.
Yeah.
So I kept it until I was about 8 months pregnant, and then I'm like, well, I think it's time.
It's time.
Gonna have a
Yeah.
baby, not gonna have time.
Yeah.
That color combination, Charlene, turned out so good.
This was the color of my store when I opened.
Oh,
I had-
yeah?
I had cushions on my chairs that were purple and green.
You've always been in that location, haven't you?
No, my first place I was across the street. I rented down the street a little bit.
Oh,
I was in that shop.
Then I talked my husband into buying this place. And it took
well,
us
it worked out.
2 years to remodel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do the work?
No. We just did like the painting and the ripping out and stuff like that. We're not
Oh, okay.
handy.
Well, he did some of the work.
Yeah, we did whatever we could, but not anything major. Well, it seemed major to us when we were ripping out all the lath boarding and all the old plaster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dusty.
Oh, yeah. Randy went to the dump, I don't know how many times.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
One more stretch and fold. Be right back.
That would be so nice to have your store right there.
Yep.
I mean, I think it would be.
She's got
It's
a
less
great,
like, it's less like working, you know?
she's got a great commute,
Yeah,
especially in bad weather.
yeah. Of course, she probably doesn't get a lot of people in bad weather, I bet.
You never know. There's still crazies out there that need their yarn and needles.
Exactly.
Oh, Alfini.
And I was just getting ready to sign off too, because I had to go let my son's dog out. Hi, Ophini. Bye, Ophini. See everybody next week. Tell Charlene bye, please.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hopefully I can wear the sweater when we go to Berlin.
Oh, yeah. You could take the Komodo with you to work on while you're
There
there.
you go. That's a good idea.
And you could wear your dress,
Maybe.
maybe. Or there's several others. You could wear your socks.
Socks and four and banyan and
Yep. And
there's a lot.
yep. I want to do those bunny socks.
Yeah.
I think those are cute.
Yeah.
I
It's
have
got
a
great
lot.
pictures.
I know how her mind works to create these things.
Yeah.
I gotta find my yarn for 4. I never did make 4.
No.
No, but I have yarn for that. I can't
Yeah.
remember what color though. And that's not on my list either.
No.
No,
Oh.
I was trying to make a list of everything.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's the list of things that look interesting, and then there's the list of things that I actually have yarn for.
ready to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Many lists.
Yep. Many lists. So little time right now, but
Yeah.
I finished the blanket, Carolyn.
oh, you did?
Yeah, I got that right here. I showed it earlier. Forgot you weren't on.
Oh, that turned out great.
I just have to block it still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see her next week, so
Yeah, you had to get that done.
I gotta get it done.
Yeah. Well, my friend's daughter who's having twins, I've got one sweater. That's the one that I started for another baby who came early. And twins
Okay.
tend to come early, so it's like the vertebrae sweater. And I'm like, well, for twins, that might be perfect. So I need to finish the one and get the other one going and see if I could get 2 of them done. The one is almost done. I just
Okay.
have a sleeve left.
Okay.
And those are tiny small sleeves, so you'd
Right.
think,
Hopefully,
yeah,
but it is fingering weight.
it is fingering weight, but it's just a vertebrae sweater, so it's,
Right.
you
There's
know,
no fronts.
there's no fronts and Gracie's going crazy upstairs. Katie's at. Just before I got on, Katie called, because she was stopping at a rest stop to go to the bathroom, and she doesn't like to leave Gabby, she worries about leaving Gabby in the car by herself.
Is Gabby the puppy?
Yeah, so she worries about leaving her puppy, but that somebody might try to get in the car or
Right.
so she always leaves me on the speaker, hides her phone, and
Oh.
so I could just talk to Gabby, keep her company, and
Oh yeah.
while she runs in and out.
Cute.
If we ever have to leave our little pup in the car, of course, we're real picky about the weather and everything, but we have a cage, a real small cage. It's just small,
Yeah,
small cage that we cover with like our coat.
yeah,
So, and then we usually leave the windows cracked a little bit. So I suppose she probably would bark, but we don't want anybody seeing her because she's incredibly cute, right?
yeah, yeah.
And yeah.
I know. I always felt that way with Maisie, so I would do my best not to stop places, or I knew
Yeah.
where I felt safe enough to stop. And
Well, a lot of the times there's 2 of us, so that helps.
yeah,
You can take turns.
yeah. Well, and like I know West Branch, I now know where the Home Depot's at. And Home Depot, I could take Gracie in. So if it's just
Oh,
me,
okay.
I would just go into Home Depot, put her in the basket, wheel her back to the bathroom, wheel the basket in with me to handicap.
Yup.
I've got that all figured out.
Can you take them in all Home Depots?
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
Yep. Home Depot's and Lowe's. Menards is a no.
Right. I know Menards is the one that's close to us. But you know what? When we go to Menards, I hardly ever go in because I'm not helpful.
Doesn't Menards have a lot of food or something?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh.
otherwise that would not go over well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say they don't even allow service dogs, but
Oh, they have to.
I've seen a few service dogs. I've seen a few.
You can't deny service dogs.
No,
you-
yeah.
They
But
even can go in restaurants. So
I've seen a few dogs that say they're service dogs, definitely are not service dogs,
Right, yeah.
but the at home store, which is here at Wixom Road and 96, we've gone in there with her, even Duluth Trading Company, we could take her in, Dick's Sporting Goods. She loves going to Home Depot.
How big is your dog?
She's now 29 pounds. She's a little corgi, short legs,
Oh,
round back,
okay.
starting to
So
get
she's
around back.
probably really cute, a little corgi with short
Yep.
legs.
Yep. We put her in the cart. We take a towel and lay that down, put it in the cart because walking, there's a lot of, she's so low to the ground and tiny, it's like we don't
Yeah.
want her stepped on, We started
Yep.
doing that when as a puppy. We just started taking her into Home Depot. Take her to the one in Novi. There's a pet shop right next to it. So we always go to Home Depot first. And, I always tell her if she's been good, we get to go to the toy store and she can pick out a toy.
Oh. Dogs do understand some stuff.
Yep.
She probably
Yep.
knows the word toy.
Yep, she does.
Yeah.
I had to be taught the new feeding routine when I got back.
Uh-oh.
That at lunch and dinner, there's toppings now for her food. And ask her if she wants a topping on her kibble. And I go, what toppings are you putting on her kibble? And sometimes she gets little bits of shredded, a few little shredded cheese on top.
Oh.
And John went to, he's had to venture into Kroger on his own since February. So that's been interesting for him. But he got shredded carrots, a bag of shredded carrots last time he went. So sometimes she gets shredded carrots on top of her kibble.
Does she like the carrots?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Our
usually
dog doesn't
dogs
like carrots.
usually dogs love carrots.
Oh yeah.
Ours doesn't.
Oh, amazing. Our first dog just devoured carrots. She'd almost eat carrots over her, like cookies.
Yeah. They're so
Of
sweet.
course, our dog likes cheese and eggs much better,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Maisie, our first dog, loved carrots so much. But the one time she saw my mom dropped a Cheeto on the ground and she thought it was a carrot, so she went running over there real quick. And then she picked it up and realized, this isn't a carrot. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. But then she learned to love Cheetos, especially when grandma kept dropping them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're goofy things.
Daisy and I have worked out a routine in the morning where she tells me she has to go to the bathroom without making any noise.
Yeah.
So it doesn't wake up Ron.
Aw. What does she do?
She jumps off the bed and then she turns around and looks at me.
Like, come on, let's go.
Yep.
Chop,
And then,
chop.
she doesn't make any noise at all. As long as I look at her and she can see I'm starting to get up, she knows.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
And then she has a doggy door, but we don't leave it open in the dark. And so, if I get up with her in the morning and it's light enough and I feel comfortable, then I leave the doggy door open. So then later she'll jump off and she'll turn around and look at me and I motion to her, go on, go on. I don't say anything, but she knows that this means to go on and go out. Ooh, somebody just hit outside our house here. I heard the brake squeak. I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
go take a look. Yeah, it didn't sound good.
Uh-oh. What happened to Jean?
She had to go. Yeah, she had to go let her grand doggy out, her son's dog out.
Aw. She got her pendles.
Ooh.
I didn't ask her. I didn't even ask her if she used it yet.
Well, evidently they stopped in time because I can't see anything.
Oh, good.
We live like 4 houses down from a corner. And yeah, it's an icy corner, but not today.
Okay. Maybe there was a deer or something.
Could be. Could be.
Sewing the last button on.
Ooh.
Woohoo! You sew on with your yarn, or what do you sew on with?
No, I always use thread.
Okay.
And then I just try to match the button, if it's, since this one's, you're gonna see the thread.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been sewing them on with dental floss, and then I use 1 or 2 strands of yarn if it can fit through the holes. Like just enough to cover the floss.
I have so much DMC floss that, usually I can find
Oh.
the right color and everything.
Yep. Yep.
I actually redid the band on this because there was too many stitches picked up. I didn't like it.
That's a tricky part. The band part of a sweater.
Yeah, it's real important because it really makes it or breaks it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's easy to redo, so.
Yeah.
Did you redo it after you had it all done?
After I had the buttons sewn on, after I had it blocked,
Oh, then you went back and redid it?
and I ripped all of it out.
Oh man.
I also, when I did the buttons, I did like some patterns say to mark it on the side where you want the buttonhole, and then when you come to it, put it in. And so I did it that way, and I did not like it at all. And I don't imagine I'll do it again. typically what I do is I pick up my stitches, and then if this is where my buttons are gonna go, I just count how many stitches are there. And then I just divide it up. I don't like placing them where you think they should go as you get to it. I don't know, it just didn't look as good. To me, this is so much more even. This
Yeah.
Well, mathematically, it should be more precise.
Yeah, I mean, and it might not be exact because it depends on how you pick up stitches. You know, you might
Right.
pick up 3 or 6 in this area where you maybe only picked up 4 in that area. I get that. It definitely could be different.
Yeah.
For me, this works out way better.
Huh.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and there was a part of me that was even semi-tempted to not even put buttonholes in and just have it open,
Yeah,
because I don't tend to button my cardigans. So I guess we'll kind of wait and see how I feel. Oh, look at that. That's
Oh, look.
perfect.
Wait a minute, I want to pin you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I
That's
love it.
perfect.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
That is perfect.
So I added some length to the
Oh.
sleeves, Carolyn, too. I don't think you knew that.
No.
Yeah,
To the-
I had it all blocked and I had a little tiny bit of yarn left, so I ripped it out and I added, and this is what I have left now of from each sleeve.
Around again, please.
It's super comfy,
Oh, look at how pretty.
It's really pretty. I love your colors.
super comfy.
Oh, I love it.
Wonderful.
Thank you, thank you.
Love it, love it, love it.
And that's the Delta, right?
Yes.
Did you add length to the body also?
No, I don't remember. I think you just do whatever length you want. I don't
Right.
remember what it said.
I think it's do whatever.
But I definitely added a little bit more length to the sleeves, and now I haven't blocked this, so it'll probably end up being a little bit too long, but I don't know. It's very
You can always
comfortable.
pull it up here.
Yeah, it's comfy.
Okay.
Yep, I love it. Now I get to start something new.
What are you gonna start?
I don't know. I think that grid gambit. Good. Although I was thinking maybe I should do a little baby hat to go with this blanket.
Ooh, that would be cute.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah,
only
look-
take you a minute, so.
Yeah, I got a little bit of corset left, especially of the multicolor. Then I gotta find a pattern. You guys got any plans for the weekend?
Well, we're
Um,
getting ready to go to Iowa, so
Okay.
no,
What do you gotta
just-
go to Iowa for?
it's the cancer specialists out there. They specialize, they're one of the top in the nation for his particular type.
Okay,
So we've
excellent.
been going twice a year
Okay,
and they do an MRI. Well, I'll tell you, we had an MRI done here and they said, oh, we don't see the cancer anymore. Then we had it done out there a few months later. Oh, yep, there's that, we had 3 spots. Oh, yep, there's 3 spots. So it does make a difference. The radiologists and,
Wow.
so that right there made me realize that it really is important to go.
go out there. Yeah,
Even though things are fairly steady for his cancer, he has more problems from the surgery and the after effects. But
Okay.
it's important to see people that deal with this all the time, his
sure.
particular.
Yep, they have a lot more experience and yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
And it's not that far.
okay.
So I break it up into 2 days and so I don't
Okay.
have to go through the Chicago area. And when we get out there, we can stay at the Hope House. So it's not, I usually donate some paper products or something that they need, but it doesn't
Okay.
cost me much to stay there. So it's the meals, the gas, and 2 nights on the way. So it's not that expensive to go. So I just feel like, we need to do that.
Yep, definitely worth it.
Yep.
Yep.
So
You do what
and the
you have
house,
to do.
house is torn up because he's working on we're gonna put tile in our living room and he's got everything out of the living room. So I'm sitting in the couch. I can hardly get around to sit. I'm sitting in the kitchen. There's 2 places at the table, no more. Everything's all blocked in here. There's a couch in here. There's a dog cage in here. It's like, oh, but it's how it is. It'll wait. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna go work in the yard
Are you? Today or
Yeah.
tomorrow?
today. Today's supposed
Today?
to be sunnier than tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out today.
What are you gonna do tomorrow?
I go to a very long mass because it's Palm Sunday.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll go over to the village because it opens today.
Oh yeah, heard that Greenfield Village is opening today.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
Nice. We're gonna take my dad and Jan to breakfast and then I have quilting tomorrow.
Ooh,
Oh.
that'll be fun.
Hopefully see Donna.
Yeah, is she back?
Yeah, she should be.
It should be.
Should be.
Yep.
Our Donna Sitniak?
No, Donna
Don't
Cripps.
say she can go back.
She goes to Florida. Donna does.
Oh,
My quilting Donna.
okay, ladies. See you Tuesday.
I'll see you Tuesday. Enjoy your rest of your weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Safe
Have a good
travels.
one. Probably
Bye.
won't
Good
see
to
you
see
next
everybody.
Saturday. I think we'll be
Yep.
driving back.
Okay.
All right,
Yep.
I just sent you there some
Okay,
stuff.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
See you
Bye.
guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody have a great weekend.
You too.